from U.N.C.L.E. in theaters now. This is a delightful, charming, exciting, funny, wonderful, good-looking action film.
Keep going.
I have cards and cards worth of descriptors here. So tell me, Guy, first starting with you, what was you said, I want to make a Man from U.N.C.L.E. movie, I just want to do something sexy. How did you come to this?
No, someone fired the title across my desk at one point, Man from U.N.C.L.E., and we had thousands of different titles come across the desk. And my memory of the Man from U.N.C.L.E. was so entertaining that I'd like to have a go at recreating what it was that I found so entertaining about the series in the first place.
Yeah. And are you in general a big fan of sort of spy things?
No,
don't care for them at all.
No, not really. But
shocking.
Well, let me explain that. What I see it is a kind of vehicle to illustrate character, and it's a kind of alibi being a spy, where you can actually enjoy the characters. And the good thing about Man from U.N.C.L.E. is you've got two characters. You've got one from Russia and you've got one from America. And they start off hating one another, but it allows you to have lots of fun with character. So that's really why I was interested in in this genre.
Yeah. And so when it came to you and Lionel wrote the script. How many sort of permutations do you think it went through before we got to what we actually saw on screen?
It went through thousands of permutations. I received a script that had so many names on it that I'd never seen a script.
From other writers, you mean?
From other writers, from other directors, from other people that have been involved in it. And it was one of the worst scripts I'd ever read.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, there's a terrible danger of what happens is that you end up with a script made by committee, and there's no one really leading the charge, and it just ends up being a disaster. So we inherited a disaster just because no one had taken charge. So we threw it out the window and we started again with the idea of the Man from U.N.C.L.E. trying to capture the essence of what the series was about.
And then, so Henry, when you read the script, you said, this is the worst script I've ever read, and what happened?
No, the one I read was Guy and Lionel's first put together. So I read actually, it was a good one. It needed work still, but had a lot of character even in its early stages.
Yeah, and you immediately thought, this Napoleon Solo guy, I can bring something to this?
I was not up for Napoleon first.
Really?
I read for Elia first, yeah. And it was Tom Cruise, right?
It was Tom Cruise was originally playing Napoleon, but as you can imagine, there was a bit of a conflict with Mission Impossible. So that was happening at the time. So it was Tom, and then actually, Henry came along. And he was reading for the Russian role. But Henry Blonde is a kind of silly thing to behold. So
I think he disagrees.
Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Well, I've told you that before. So it didn't really work, and we tried different versions. In fact, I don't know if you know this, but your agent sent us through loads of different pictures with loads of little blonde wigs
different
on.
CGI blonde stuff, yeah. Awesome.
Which didn't help.
It made it even worse.
So when the Tom thing fell apart, there was this battle between which one should play, but because it was Armie didn't look so silly blonde, he was leading the charge with the Russian. So when Tom fell out, there was a natural fit that Henry should slot into that position.
And so, Armie, when they came to you, they said, "We want you to play the giant Russian." What was your reaction?
Actually, the first thing they came to me and said is, Guy Ritchie's making a new movie. And I said, great, I'm in. What is it? And they said, it's Man from U.N.C.L.E. And I said, that doesn't make any grammatic sense. What is the Man from U.N.C.L.E.? And they were like, it's an old TV show. Just go read the script. And I read the script, and it was fantastic. And as a testament to Guy and Lionel and the script they had, I thought it was like Henry said, a great starting point for a script. Scripts always come to life a little bit more once you get all the actors there and everything kind of happens. It's like a natural thing, but. It was fun. It looked like it'd be a great adventure. And then I saw Rome, and I was like, oh, that's a plus. And then I saw Naples. I was like, yeah, that's also a plus. So